Today is day 5 of playing Minecraft for 30 minutes a day and talking about fun topics in my life. Today we'll be talking about college and the value of it versus like entrepreneurship or what you could do without college. And then also we're going to build an XP farm and breed some cows. So let's get into it. Let me start this timer and we'll get to it. Perfect. All right. So today is July 13th. Oh yeah, we were in the cave with the XP or the dungeon, we should say. Let's go back down. I know we had just come up last time, but let's go put some water down there so we can be ready to make the farm because we're gonna need 2 water sources. And then we might as well dig our way out. So we'll just dig up and talk while I dig. Is it all the way down there? It is, isn't it? This is a long way out, so. It is down here, right? I could be completely wrong and it's up and not down here. But I think it is. Yes, okay, perfect. Let's just start digging here. That'll give us plenty of room away from the farm. I think we'll do a staircase. Anyway, like I said, today is July 13th. It is Monday, and it's currently 10 p.m. So I don't know if that means anything to you, but to me, it means it's the start of the week, and there's a lot to get done this week. And I actually haven't done near as much of it as I thought I would have at this rate. So I want to talk a little bit about that, and I want to talk a little bit about my girlfriend and I's future plans. Whether or not that interests you, I don't know, but it's important to me at the moment, so I thought I'd talk about it. The other day, my girlfriend and I had discussed what it would look like to live back in our home state of Arkansas rather than living in Oklahoma, because that's our ultimate end goal. However, we're both going to school in Oklahoma. We're actually both from Arkansas, but for whatever reason, at the time I just was lazy and I didn't know what school to go to, so I went to the same university my parents went to, which it's a great university, by the way. I just don't know if it's the best fit for me in my circumstances, and I want to talk about that a little bit in a minute too. Oh shoot, let's try not to die real quick. Make sure nothing's down here. Perfect. So yeah, the university is a small private school. It's actually smaller than my high school. My high school had how many students? I think 3,600, that's a fair amount for a high school. I graduated with a class of 600 people, which is fairly common nowadays, but it's not the majority of people's experience probably. Most people probably graduate with like 1 to 400. So like I think above that 400 range, it's a pretty big school. So yeah, it was a big school, and I think I really enjoyed high school, or the parts that I really enjoyed about high school. I didn't enjoy all of it. It is school. But the parts that I did enjoy about school, come on, were the freedoms and like everyone being able to find their own group within the school. Like there wasn't like everybody knows everybody, and so there's like drama all the time. Instead, you can just pick your lane, have your friends, and move on with your life. And I think I really enjoyed that. And now coming to a small school, it feels like everybody's in everyone's business, and that's really frustrating for me because I dislike drama and stuff like that very much. Perfect, we got some lapis. If I can collect it. Let's get rid of these seeds. So yeah, it was still, at the time, I thought a small school would be the right fit for me, to maybe step into more of a leadership position. But now that I'm here, part of me wishes I would have gone to a larger school. But now that seems quite intimidating coming from a small school. But parts of the small school aspect that I do like are getting to know your professors and actually like learning the topics as in depth as you want to, rather than just being lectured at. So that part was great. The part that I don't like about it is the such close environment with everyone knowing everyone. So the other day, my mom actually had the idea of like a smaller school that's close and that's in Arkansas, that would fulfill both of our needs essentially. So we're looking into it. I don't know if I'm set on it, but it's a lot of thinking, and I'm applying right now. I haven't turned in my application, but I started it earlier. So yeah, that's a big process. But I think that leads me to all the questions about like why even go to school, why even go to college. Like, we're going obviously to get a degree, but I mean, how valuable is a degree in 2026? Because a lot of people, I mean, there's an article that comes out every once in a while. It's like Harvard student unable to get a job right out of school. Obviously, that shouldn't happen. If you're going to Harvard and graduating, you should be pretty smart. So there shouldn't be a problem getting jobs, but that's still the case. And I'm sure there was a bunch of other factors there that they may not talk about in the until you read the I guess article. But yeah, I think it's an interesting topic to explore. Is there daylight? Interesting gap here. Yeah, but it's an interesting topic to explore for sure. For my route, knowing that I want, gosh dang it, that's very frustrating. Knowing that I want to start my own business in the future, I think that I would have gone a completely different route. But I didn't really come to that realization until maybe a year ago, or maybe less than a year ago. So my future plan would be to start some sort of marketing agency or online service sales. Obviously, I don't have the capital to do products, and so that's why I would do services. And I want to get into that whole discussion another day too. That'd be cool. Oh, perfect. That was pretty quick. I actually thought that would take a lot longer. Oh, and it's not even a bad spot either. Okay, we can build a little stairway down there. We could even extend it past the farm to the mine. Okay, well, now that we're out, let's go plant some more potatoes, breed the cows, and then grab a second water bucket, so we can move some mobs around, and I'll explain that as we go. But yeah, I think the value of college overall is decreasing because there's an expansive growth of AI and Scarecrow. There's an expansive growth of like AI and this idea that experience is more powerful than college. And I think I see that happening in live action as I go to school, because people use AI on assignments. I'm guilty of using AI on assignments. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on here. Oh, I doubt my teachers will see this. But, you know, like, we use it in our day-to-day lives because it's so easy to use. What's the word? What's a better word than easy to use? It's quick. No, that's not the word. Convenient. Oh my goodness. I couldn't think of that word. It's very convenient to use AI to brainstorm ideas for an essay or answer quick questions that you might not have the answer to right away. Stuff like that. So yeah, I think that that makes the value of school less because people are cheating essentially on many of their assignments. And so it's like, how much are you actually learning or retaining? I think the best way to truly mark that now isn't even a college degree. I think you do learn something. Oh my gosh. This is terrible. Okay, perfect. I thought the chickens were gonna escape if I broke that. Oh nice, some rain. Oh, I didn't look at the timer. Okay, we're already 10 minutes down. Goodness. We're not gonna be able to finish this today. It's okay, we'll try our best. It's a lot of just mining, so today is just going to be me talking and mining, and I'll explain it once we get down there. Yeah, we need a second bucket and some water, and I think that's it. No, we'll need at least one hopper. We should do 2 or 3 though. So let's go ahead. I think I'm out of coal. I think I just, oh, never mind. Yeah, so I think for the longest time, I'm still, well, not for the longest time. I am still struggling with the idea, should I even finish school? And I want to be very transparent on here and say that my parents are paying for my school. So a lot of people would be like, it's a no-brainer. If they were in my position, they were going to graduate school, right? For me, I think the route that I want to take in terms of work may not even require it, but I think my parents would be very upset with me if I didn't finish my school. Which is very important to make your parents happy, and I think they are wise. But at the same time, I do think some of the things that I'm saying are true. So I guess I'm actively, as I'm speaking this out, contemplating what's good and bad about school. But yeah, I guess let me know your thoughts if you're in school, or if you're planning on going to school or not, or what your career path is. I just found that a lot of my classes cover things that I've watched in YouTube videos and not near as in depth as YouTube videos. So I guess my question would always be like, these torches are messing with it. My question would be, why not just watch the YouTube video for free rather than paying thousands of dollars for the school? But like I said, my parents are paying for my school, so it would be a disservice to them to not graduate after they've spent so much money. And it is valuable on a resume, and just having a diploma in general to get jobs. But I want to work for myself, so it's like, I don't know. It's frustrating, and I hate schoolwork. I love actual work, because I feel like there's a real reward in working for money. These chests feel identical, even though the contents is not. It feels like the contents is identical. I'm like completely procrastinating building this thing right now. We need to go do it. So water, wood, iron. We need to make some chests. I can only make... what is this? 4 chests, right? Perfect. And then 2 hoppers. That'll have to do... Oh, no, we can make 2 more chests then. Okay. Let's do it. But yeah, let me know what you think about school. And, I don't know. Today I'm very tired. Today was a long day. It was oh my goodness. It was a successful day at work, though. So, and what I mean by that is I stepped in for a meeting because my boss had a doctor's appointment. And I had some good ideas and pointers to the marketing agency that we currently use. And so I feel like I helped maybe settle some problems if we can actually execute on what I was saying. Essentially, we don't have a LinkedIn for our business, and a lot of our business as a roofing company relies on connections. Like you can connect to other builders or contractors, as they would say it more professionally. And, oh shoot, we gotta dig all this down now. Okay. Yeah. I need to set a timer. Set a 16-minute timer. Anyway. So, yeah, that's kind of my thoughts today. But, yeah, work went good. I got to hang out with some buddies today that are from here, from my school. We go to school together regularly, and we're all in the summer together, so it's pretty cool. If you didn't know, gravel falls on torches, and it'll turn it into items, which is pretty sick. But yeah, that's another thing that my friends and I joke about. One of my friends is no longer continuing his college career because he has a good enough job this summer, and he's like, it makes more sense to his value to just work. And so I'm at the, like, I see that, but I'm still going to stick with it. But I can see the value in, and not for him. and not continuing school, especially since he's not even sure if his major is the route of work he wants to do now that he's found the job he's doing. He's doing landscaping now. But yeah, that made me think. And then now my girlfriend and I are trying to move a little bit earlier possibly and get married next summer. Like I said, I'm going to propose to her. So I don't know. These are just ideas that are running through my head. I know they're very common, and I think I want this, challenge to be beneficial to people who are figuring the same sorts of things out about their lives. So, yeah, really, truly, let me know if you're struggling with decisions regarding school or whatever else. I've had some surprisingly positive support for just the first 4 videos of this. So yeah, it's been really nice to see that so quickly and encouraging to continue, because I think many of these things that I do in my life where I dedicate, I'm gonna do this for 30 days, I don't make it very far. But I can already see this is one that's very possible for me. It just feels like it's going in the right direction. So hold on, I'm trying to count. All right, like this. Okay, I'm making sure I'm breaking the correct number of blocks. Anyway, so as we get down here, talking about Minecraft now, this is a dungeon that we're dealing with, and our goal is to get our number down there that says 18 as high as possible, because we can add magical spells to our items, and they call those enchantments. So we're trying to enchant our tools and our armor in order to provide us with benefits throughout the game. It really just speeds stuff up and makes it harder to die, which both are very good things in this game. And our goal is to die as minimal as possible, the least amount of times possible. We haven't died yet. That's why we have 18 levels. We would call each of these a level. So I'm level 18 right now. So our goal, and this is a very common farm, the one I'm about to build. It's the most OG or original farm, if you will. It's very common and it's very slow compared to other modern farms. But it's convenient for us because we found it so closely to what we're doing. So it's not out of the way for us, so we're going to go ahead and do it anyway. So the way this works, and I explained this at the end of the last video, is whenever these dungeons have, let me get my axe, yeah, okay. When these dungeons, no, I don't need this. When these dungeons have no light, they spawn zombies like that, right? And so we're going to use these guys. This guy has full armor. Hold on, let me take care of this. See those green orbs that pop out? We're going to use these orbs to increase our level to 30 in order to enchant tools to higher levels. And so we're going to make them fall into a pit, and we're going to use water to basically abuse this system and push them into a funnel and then sit there and kill them. Which sounds very violent, and it sort of is, but they're undead, so we're just doing them a favor and making them undead further. Yeah, anyway, so that's basically what I'm going to be doing. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to explain it much further. I'm just going to do it because we only have about 11 minutes left. So it'll probably be a 2-day project because 30 minutes a day is not a lot to do these sorts of projects. But that's not the point. The point is to talk about life. I think today I also, I had something else I wanted to talk about. I forgot what it was. I have written down my current struggles. I think my biggest struggle right now is trying to self-motivate to do the things that I don't want to do. Because obviously I've chosen this route. I'm starting to make videos like this, but this is something that I definitely do want to do. You know, it's not something that I'm struggling to do by any means. At least for the moment, I want it to be where I will, even when I do struggle to do this, it'll still be possible because I have the discipline keep going. I struggle with discipline in a lot of ways. So yeah. But I think that's my big one right now. At work, for instance, there's a lot of things that I don't have a lot of accountability from my bosses. It's a very big blessing of a job. It's one that most college students would die for. Like, this is the job where you don't have much you have just enough responsibility, and you're getting almost overpaid for what you do. I would say I'm definitely getting overpaid for what I do. But I try to react or respond to that by working the hardest I can, trying to give them my true, honest, best effort and actually add value in the ways I can, with my knowledge of marketing and social media, because that's kind of what I'm leaning into. So yeah, and building them an operational system that allows them to track their customers, stuff like that they don't have a great system in place, or it's not operational, or it's not efficient, stuff like that. And that has allowed me to get to the position I'm in. But I think I struggle so much to continue to do those things without being told to do them. Like, no one's sitting there being like, Caleb, you need to make a spreadsheet with all of our customers. But I've done that in the past, and just continuing to do that every time I go to work has been a struggle for me recently. So it's finding the energy to go back and do that further. Okay, as you can see, we've made a box here. This will allow, it's a 9x9 box. And we do this because water flows 8 blocks exactly in a straight line. And so we want to make, obviously, a 9x9 is bigger than the 8 blocks. So there'll be 1 block at the end, and the mobs will funnel into that 1 block. I'll show you what I mean. It's going to be the best way to funnel them into one spot. So it actually works. It's a very symmetrical farm because there's one thing in the middle, so it works good. It's kind of frustrating that this cave's under here. We're going to have to build. Well, maybe it'll make it quicker. We won't have to mine as many blocks, but we're going to need to find some new diamonds soon because this pickaxe is already almost at half of its durability. But yeah. Let me know in the comments, like, what your thoughts are about discipline, and like, what are your strategies to stay plugged into one thing, even on the days you really don't want to do that thing. That's a big struggle of mine for the longest time, and I think that's the whole point of this challenge. Yesterday I literally talked about consistency, so essentially I'm talking about the same thing with a different flavor today. But no, I was talking about college and whether or not I want to transfer into this stuff. But yeah, let me know about that. Today, I haven't posted anything for my TikTok account, trying to grow it. And so after this is done, and it's already 10:52 and I have work tomorrow, I'm going to stay up and post 5 videos. So wish me luck. It's going to be kind of a late night for a work night, but I did it to myself, and it's the sacrifice you make to hang out with your friends, right? And so, also I made some chicken for dinner, and I just cooked it, grilled it in a skillet, and I put all these seasonings on it, and I was like, oh, this is going to be so good. I'm not a good cook, and one of my goals this summer is to learn to cook, but man, dude, I over-seasoned that terrible. It sounded like I was about to say it was good. No, it was not good. I over-seasoned the crap out of that. I put everything. I put garlic salt, and then I put garlic powder, and then I don't know if you're familiar with Slap Your Mama, but it's it's like a Cajun-y, spicy, salty seasoning that you can put on meat when you cook it. So I put that on there, and a couple other things. Yeah, it was so salty. It was good. It really was. Some of the pieces of chicken were good, but it was way too salty. I think I have enough sodium for the whole month at this rate. But yeah. Okay, so this is low enough because now if something is bobbing in the water, it's not going to hit its head. The zombie is not going to hit its head there. We do need to do one thing before we put the water down, and that is place blocks here, because you don't want the zombie to spawn on top of this and get stuck and never fall down, because it will not spawn new ones if that's the case. So just keep that in mind. And what we're gonna do is place blocks here, 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 boom, oops. And now we can place a column water, or we can make infinite water sources using water buckets like this. So one water, you can see it stops, it doesn't go any further, because that's just how far water reaches by itself in one source. And you can see we're gonna skip one block, do another one, and now we can grab from the middle of the two because they're flowing into one another, creating more water. And we're gonna repeat this process. And now the water flows perfectly like that. So anything that falls, if it stands still, even if it fights it a little bit, the AI will not fight it very much. It's just gonna get pushed like this, and you just wait for the zombies to fall, and some of them are gonna be bouncing, and then they're gonna fall. So now we do the same thing with more water, kind of going the other way. So we're gonna block this off quickly, because I think we only have 3 minutes left. And we want to find the center, which is marked by that because it's 9 by 9 square. And then we're gonna dig down. I'm using my iron pickaxe now, it's kind of slow, but that's okay. And so now there's gonna be a room down here. We should have done this beforehand, because now the staircase is not gonna line up. But that's okay, maybe we'll put a ladder down, and that staircase can lead to a mine that we create later. We're gonna do this, boom, boom, and then we're gonna make a room in here. Hopefully that wasn't too confusing. I mean, I assume if you're watching this, you may have played the game before, so you probably are more familiar with this sort of thing, but maybe not, I don't ever know. So now we're gonna place a chest, we're actually gonna do one lower, a chest here, which that's like, what are you doing? What, Caleb, what are you doing? We're gonna put a hopper here. And then we're gonna mine this all out. Maybe I should just finish it. Should I go over the 30 minutes? No, I should not, because it's about trying to pace yourself. I struggle to pace myself. I just want to get it all done at once. I have like 10 projects. But no, we might have to finish it tomorrow, and that's okay. It's a-okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is extend the chest, because a lot of items are gonna drop from this. A lot. So, shoot. I'm wasting time. Come on. Perfect. So underneath this, we're gonna have a hopper collect the items whenever the zombies die. It's gonna be mostly rotten flesh, which is not super useful, but it can be at times. And then the collection will go into this chest, and then it'll go to this hopper, which will go to that chest. So that it'll flow in one linear direction downward, which is pretty useful. Okay, so now what we would do is wall this off so you can just hit their feet. But for now, we're gonna do that. I need to have a crafting table. I just make a new one. And let's do a sign. Or we can do, yeah, let's do a sign. I have so much stuff in my inventory. Okay, perfect. And it needs to go like that. And then it needs to go like that. Okay, sorry, I'm thinking. I was processing what I wanted to do. I should be processing these things out loud so you can hear my thought process. I was wondering, am I gonna turn this farm on right now and just go down there and figure it out from there? I think I am. I just made that decision. Executive decision. And we have a minute left. 21 seconds. Okay, we might have to end it here. Let's just end it with the zombies falling with me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break this, fall down there, break the block down, and then we're gonna escape. It's gonna be glorious. Boom, boom. Okay, perfect. Boom, just like that. Gosh, I still got it. The problem with this is there's going to be baby zombies at some point, and so quickly, before our time gets way too far out of reach, we need to make some slabs. So now we can sit here with a sword in the future and get those green orbs. Beautiful. And their stuff will go down in here, which is great. That's exactly what we want. Perfect. XP farm is complete. Tomorrow we're gonna have to dig a way out. Today wasn't super specific on any topic, speaking wise. But yeah, let me know what you think about college and where you might consider the value of college overall in your life. Are you gonna go to school, or have you gone to school already? Let me know. Seriously, comment below. We haven't had any topics yet, so you can be the first topic if you've made it this far. I really appreciate it. We're gonna sign out there. Have a great night, morning, afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. I forgot my hair's still wet. Anyway, peace.